All right, welcome to our strengthening flow portion for the lower body. We don't need any props for this. We're just going to start doing a couple things on our back, and then we're going to do the rest of it in standing. So come onto your back. I always like to wake up the core a little bit when we do anything. So come on down. Let's just do a little bit of a knee push. This is one of my favorite, just to kind of wake things up. So just have your knees bent, feet are flat on the floor. Just take a nice inhale here, exhale, relaxing everything. Good. And then you're just going to bring one knee in towards your chest and then the other, toes pulling back towards you. We're just going to do our knee push. So your hands come to the fronts of your thighs. You're just going to start to press your hands into your legs. Don't let your legs move. This is a great way to just sort of wake things up, wake your core up a little bit before we start doing a whole bunch of other things. Just breathing, holding this. Maybe as things start to wake up, you push just a little bit harder. And we're only going to do one set, but you're certainly welcome to do more than that. If you want to hit pause for a second, you could do a couple of these. But we'll be working our belly with these other things we're doing too. A couple more breaths. Good. And relax. So since this focus is kind of on knees, ankles, feet, but our hips are intimately engaged in that, the bridge we're going to do here, we're going to focus on our hamstrings and our VMO activation. So I want you to bring your knees and feet together. So we're going to zip everything up in the center. If this is uncomfortable for any reason, just being in this position, you could just put like a block between your knees to get that inner thigh squeeze, but I just want your inner thighs squeezing together. So you're zipped up in the center, belly's pulling in. You take an inhale, exhale, press that low back down towards the floor, lifting up into your bridge, holding up here at the top. Again, imagining that you have a piece of paper in between your knees that you're squeezing. So we're really getting activation of those inner thighs. You may not be able to get as high as you do when you don't have your knees squeezing together. That's totally okay. Take an inhale, exhale, rolling back down. Just going to do one more like that. Inhaling, exhale, squeezing inner thighs, pressing back up. Back of your neck is long, belly's pulled in, pubic bone pulling towards your rib cage, glutes working, inner thighs squeezing. Nice and grounded. Good, rolling back down. Now we're going to add some VMO and some hamstring. So here we go. Inhale, exhale, pressing back up. Inner thigh squeezing. Now I want you to take your feet and you're going to push through your feet like you're trying to push your body up towards your head. Keep those inner thighs squeezing, keep your hips lifted. So this is really activating those VMOs. Keep knees squeezed together. Good. Switch it. Pull your heels towards your butt like you're trying to drag your body down towards your feet. Keep those knees squeezing, keep your hips lifted. Holding 3, 2, 1, coming down. We're going to do one more with those knees zipped up. So knees are together, feet are together. I'm going to do the same thing. Inhale, exhale, pressing up. Belly is engaged, pubic bone pulling towards your rib cage, knees squeezing. Here we go. Push through your feet like you're trying to push your whole body up towards your head. Good, holding, breathing. You're going to pull through your feet like you're trying to drag your body down towards your heels or your feet. Hold, keep those hips lifted, inner thighs squeezed. 4, 3, hamstrings, 2, 1, come down. Whew. We're going to do one more, but this one you're going to let yourself be hip distance. So this time when we engage these things, I just want you to focus on keeping your legs hip distance. Don't let your legs fall in or out. We're not going to have anything in between them, but I want you to imagine they're on railroad tracks. So they're hip distance apart now. Take an inhale, exhale, pressing up. Keep them right in line. Pubic bone pulling towards your rib cage. So same thing, keep them in line. Press through your feet. So you're pushing like you're trying to push yourself up towards your head. Holding. Reverse it, pull into your heels. Pull into your feet, so drag your body down towards your heels. Keep those hips lifted, holding. Knees right in line, keep them tracking even. 4, 3, hips lifted. 1, beautiful, come down. Whew. Just do a really quick little hamstring stretch. Just grab the back of that leg, lift that right leg up towards the ceiling. Maybe circle that ankle around. It's nice to stretch those hamstrings after a bridge. Good. Go ahead, switch legs. Just a really quick stretch. Here, circling that ankle. And then we're going to come up to standing and do some dynamic stability. So go ahead, let's make our way up to standing. So as you come to standing, the one thing you could have nearby is a foam roller for a little bit of stability, or a chair or something. So if you need this to kind of put a hand on to help you stabilize, it's there for you. We're just going to do some toe raises. So up you go, floating up onto your toes. Think about keeping those ankles drawing towards each other in the center. And then coming back down. So we're going nice and slow and controlled both directions, lifting. And lowering. 3 more. Lift. Trying to get as much range of motion as you feel like you can. And lower. 2 more. Lifting up. And lower. Last one. Lift. And lower. Beautiful. And then you're going to come to the back of your mat. So we're just going to kind of go through our sequence. We're going to work through some lunge positions. So standing, hip distance, the back of your mat, toes pointed straight ahead. Let's just take a big step out with that right leg. Left foot grounded, left heel nice and grounded. So I want to get a nice calf stretch. So we're going to just bend into this front knee, feeling a little bit more of a stretch. If you're really tight, you won't have to go very far, right? Keep your belly gently engaged. Don't sink into your low back, tall through the crown of your head. Just feel into this stretch for a second. We're already getting a little bit of dynamic stability. Shoulders relaxed. Good. Just breathe for a second. And then we're going to go into our lunge. So you're going to lift up through that back toe, heel, drop your back knee. Adjust yourself if you need to. Again, you have your roller here if you need a little bit of stability. Imagine those headlights on the front of your pelvis staying pointed straight ahead. So don't let your pelvis collapse. The front, center of your front knees tracking over your second toe. Whatever range you have. If you only drop a couple inches, or if you feel like you can go all the way to 90 degrees at both knees, great. We're just holding in this lunge, strengthening. Here, breathing. 3, 2, 1. Again, straighten that back leg, drop back into this stretch. Drop that back heel. Breathing. We're going to do one more of those. Up you go through that back toe, lowering that back knee, dropping into your lunge again. Keep those headlights pointed straight ahead. Watch the tracking of that front knee tall through the crown of your head, belly's engaged, holding. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Come up. Let's shake it out. At any point, if you feel like you want to do more, certainly pause, go ahead. Add another set, hold it for longer. So here we go. Stepping forward with that left foot this time. Right leg is back, back heel grounded. Lean into this front knee, stretching that back calf. Belly gently engaged, tall through the crown of your head. Breathing. So all these things, hip, knee, ankle, whole chain when we're working this stuff. So here we go, up into our lunge. Up on that back heel, dropping that back knee. Watch that this pelvis stays pointed straight ahead. Watch the tracking of that front knee. Hold here. See if you can't relax your shoulders. Belly's pulled in. Holding. Breathing. Have your roller if you need a little bit of stability. 4, 3, 2, 1. Lovely. Up you go. Let's stretch again. So drop that back heel. Lean into this front knee. Find that stretch. Good. We're going to do one more of those. Here we go. Lifting that back heel, dropping down into your lunge. Again, adjust if you need to. Keep that pelvis pointed straight ahead. Center of your kneecap on that left side, tracking over your second toe. Keep those hips pointed straight ahead. You have to squeeze this right glute. Breathing. Holding. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Come up, shake it out. Whew. We're going to do a little bit of kind of more dynamic balance stability. We're going to do what I call a high knee, or just a single leg standing. So I'm going to show you from the side. So hip distance apart, nice and tall. We're just going to ground into this right leg. You're going to float your left leg up. Toe pulls up. Try to come into about 90 degrees at your hip and your knee, lifting that toe. So this is like our single knee push, or our knee push that we do for our core. Stay tall through the crown of your head. You're just holding here. Breathing. Holding. Again, you have your roller nearby if you need it. 4, 3, 2, 1. Come down. From the front, I want your hips to stay nice and level, right? So when you're not letting this leg like fall out to the side, right? You're keeping this leg pulled nice and up underneath you. So weight bear into that left leg. Here we go. Float the right one up. Pull the right toe up. Breathing. Holding. Good. This gets harder the more dynamic the surface is. So if you ever want to make this more challenging, you stand on a pillow. You could roll your mat up several layers thick so it's a little bit squishier. Good. Come down, shake it out. You could stand on a Bosu ball. There's lots of variations for these things. Okay. So a little bit more single leg stuff, but we're going to get a little bit more into the knee strength, ankle strength. We're going to do our Y balance. So imagine that you're standing on the letter Y. The tail or the bottom of it is out in front of you, and then the two ends go out behind you. I guess you could have your roller near you if you need it for stability. I'm going to start standing on my right leg. So you're going to just take the left leg up and you're going to tap the ends of the Y. So up to you if you want to tap kind of close to your body so you don't have to bend super far, you can do that. If you would like to reach out really far, so you have to really come into that single leg squat, you can do that. Nice and controlled, you just work your way around the Y. We'll go for 4. Nice controlled motions. Again, if you need to hold on to something for some stability. And we're only doing 4, but if you want to do more, by all means, do more. This is so good for your downhill strength, downstairs. I think that was 4. Let's go to the other side. You're going to stand on that left leg. Lift the right up. Here we go. Tapping the ends of the Y. Nice and slow and controlled. This is working your hip. It's working your knee. It's working your ankle. 2 more. Good. Last time around. Beautiful. Whew, shake it out. And the last one we're going to do here is our dynamic stability. So imagine, remember how we went over our doming and our short foot? Hopefully you've been thinking a little bit about that through all of this, but right now I really want you to think about that. So think about lifting your arch a little bit. Pull this right hip up underneath you. So we're not hanging out to the side. You lift that right femur, pulls in towards your body. Unweight the left, we're going to swing front to back. Stable here in your core. Breathing. Good. Just breathing. You're tall through the crown of your head. Belly's engaged. 3, 2, 1. Good. Take that left leg out in front of you. We're going to go side to side. Dynamic stability of this hip, this knee, this ankle, this foot, certainly. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. We're going to switch sides. So same thing. Activating that arch, working that short foot on this left side. Pull your femur underneath you. Unweight the right, front to back. Breathing. Again, if you need your roller near you for stability or a chair, be safe about this. Good. Out in front, side to side. This is great. If you're barefoot, it's great. It's really working your feet a little bit more. However, if you have foot stuff going on, and I said this kind of in the class when we're doing rolling and stuff, but if you have any things in your feet like plantar fasciitis or issues, then I would start with shoes on, right? Good supportive shoes. 3, 2, 1. Oh my gosh. Whew. Shake it out. Nicely done. That's where we're going to leave it for your lower body strengthening. Be sure and do a little bit of stretching, a little bit of rolling, and I'll see you in the next video.